Hello and welcome to ChristopherHole.com. My name is Chris and welcome to the 5 best strength exercises for cyclists. Now, in this little short series of videos, again, I'm going to keep it short. I'm not really going to be explaining potentially how to do the exercise all the way through, but I will be explaining aspects of it. But the main reason is sort of why I think they're the 5 best. Now, I've started with the deadlift. Now, although obviously both feet are on the floor and they are working at the same time, which isn't like cyclist, only one leg's really working at a time in the push down phase, so as one foot is being pushed down, the other one's being lifted back up, so on and so forth. But the reason I've put the deadlift in is because when we can get it nice and heavy, we can get a really good neural drive into the hips and the hamstrings, which is going to increase the amount of motor units recruited and therefore build strength in the hips and in the hamstrings. So as long as we're doing heavy deadlifts, they're really going to improve how much of the hips and the hamstrings, the glutes and the hamstrings that we use because of that increased neural drive. The second reason is because they're hip dominant. Most people think cyclists need really strong quads. But what they really need is really strong hips, and then the quads can supplement the strength of the hips. So the deadlift, not only if we're doing heavy deadlifts, we can get a really good neural drive, but what we also get is a good hip dominance. Because we aren't bending the knees much, as you can see in the picture on the right, it's not a massive angle of the knee. So what we're doing is we've got a huge hip extension, really dominating on a glute squeeze. So as long as we're doing heavy deadlifts, we get the neural drive, and as long as we are consciously squeezing the hips to lift, we're going to get a really good hip dominance. So that's exercise number 1 of the 5 best exercises for cyclists.